Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is Illicit, and today we have a lesson on the support role. If you haven't seen the first and second lesson, they will be in the description. And thank you to everyone that watched and supported the last lesson. We're a really small channel, so all the support is very appreciated. So if you do enjoy this lesson as well, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, if you want to join our Discord, that's in the description. And if you want to follow the teacher, which is called Joe, his link to his Twitch is also in the description.
First, I made a little art piece for my intro slide. I think it's refrigerator worthy. I call it the duality of the 7K player. The first comment. Hi there, 7K MMR here. Pretty good beginner tutorial for non-Dota players. It's a great topic on pulling, as many players don't know how to do pulling. Some tips to consider, and then he gives some very helpful tips. And this guy, so much fucking useless info for a beginner. Who the fuck cares about fucking Mighty Mines? I'm 7K and I didn't even remember that shit. I'm 7K and they have the only right opinion. Everyone else, you're not 7K, your opinion doesn't matter. We're gonna need an 8K player to clear this up. This is Dota lesson number 4 by Sir Joseph of House Fiery. First of his name, King of the PowerPoint, Maker of Rain, Bringer of Views, Granter of Dreams, the Showstopper, the Wise Man, the Final Boss, the 100,000 view Andy, the Golden God in the main event.
God.
So this time we're doing support. The support role, you're just kind of playing also Dota but getting last hits at the moment. And occasionally you get yelled at and buy a ward. That sound about right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So someone did say to Sam, "What the fuck did you do with all the wards I gave you?"
Well, that was a game, yeah. I said, someone keeps giving me
It happened
wards.
to you too off stream. Someone was like, "Can you buy fucking wards live?"
And then literally this guy, like, I don't know who it was, I just got a bunch of wards in my backpack. I'm like, who the fuck give me these? I dumped them all on the floor.
For
and
fuck's
then 5 minutes
sake.
later, it's a guy like, what the fuck did you want all the wards I gave you? And I just like, oh, was that me?
It's like, where's the vision?
I put them down, just not placed them. And
Fuck's
just
sake.
chucked them on the floor.
Yeah, we really need this one. We really need this lesson.
So, first of all, this was like a giant topic. I had to cut it down. There's going to be a lot of appeals to game knowledge. There's going to be a lot of slides here that could be their own slideshow one day. And also, a lot of this is subjective. So, like the other stuff, if I'm telling you how to do a pull, I can't be wrong about that. Or I'm either wrong or right.
Well, I don't
Support
know.
is,
According
like,
to that
all
7K
opinion.
player,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Who the fuck fucking cares, right? I'm 7K and I've never stacked a camp. Okay.
Christ.
So generally, support has the lowest farm priority, right? Now there's soft support and hard support, right? Do you guys know the difference?
It was in the first lesson, but I wasn't there for that. So can I have a little recap, please?
Okay, so generally, it's basically which person you're going with. If you're going with the hard carry, who like needs a lot of farm to come online late game, the soft support's more of a babysitter for them. On the other hand, the off laner, whose job is more to shut down the carry, you have the soft support with them, who is more about aggression, who can roam and gank and get kills once the off laner can do their own thing. So there is a lot of overlap between them, but generally, if something's a hard support, not a soft support, that means it can't gank. So, like, I had a Warlock game once where I picked him as a soft support, and then, like, our lane went to shit, and the guy's like, you need to leave my lane, let me get solo XP. And I'm, like, a level 3 Warlock, and I can do nothing for the other lanes. And it was an awful game, because he can't get, he has to be there, like, babysitting, staying in the lane. On the other hand, if someone's a soft support, not a hard support, they're good at, like, getting kills and stuff, but they don't have saves, they don't have heals, they don't have stuns, they can't, like, reposition people, whatever. So generally, that's the difference. There's a lot of overlap, but like, if we were to like pick out any ones here where it's like, Pugna can't really gank, you know, or like Tusk's a soft support, not a hard support, because like he needs to be moving around getting kills. It's gonna be the same for like Pudge. Pudge needs to be roaming around getting kills, ganking. Like he needs to be not showing so the enemy team doesn't know where he is. Like in pro teams, like 99% of team captains are the support player. Because like carries need to be like fighting and winning their lane. They need to get every last hit. The supports are more, they can like look at the bigger picture, see what's going on everywhere.
Like, like shot callers.
Yeah, exactly. They have the they don't need to be getting every last hit. They can sit back, see what's going on, bigger picture. If you suck in the early game, you basically can't be a support. If you're like useless in the first 10 minutes, you almost can't be.
To be fair, that's where we kind of thrive a bit because of League. We actually try and do bits in the early game in the lane. Yeah, it's just we just need to know what to do.
People in the comments disagree.
Do it right. Well, I mean, come on. Sometimes like, the video I'm doing a little bit for a while, but we just demolish like in lane. We either go really aggressive and kind of just beat the fuck out of them, or we kind of half play it safe, then beat the fuck out of them. But our issue is just like we don't leave the lane.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because especially on 4, but sometimes 5. Sometimes on position 5, you win the lane and you're free to go gank. You're like a CM or whatever. You won the lane. You're free to just go do whatever. Leave your carry. They're not gonna get messed with. You like save a teleport if you need to go help them. But yeah, generally on 4, you almost always are leaving the lane at some point. And once again, these all blur together a little at the lower level because like at your level I don't really see there's not much difference between a 1 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5, and that changes because I mentioned there was that like Tonka game where I'm like my team picked a Drow Ranger as their off laner, so I need to pick a mid laner who's like a 3 who's gonna be like tanky and making plays for my team and not one who's gonna get a bunch of farm. But yeah, generally the off laner, they'll hit some time and get their like item in like their ult, and then they just go and participate in all the team fights. The mid laner, they farm a ton, but they try and make their way over to side lanes and get some kills. The carry is only worried about farming for like 25 minutes. So they need to protect and enable their cores. So obviously you want to stop your cores from dying, but also figure out what the So this is one of those game knowledge things. If you know what your core wants and like what they want to do and what they can do, and you can help them do that. If you know they want to be like farming this area or whatever, and you can protect that area or stack the camps there for them. Or if you know they want to be getting kills, you can buy like a smoke and smoke them to their kills or whatever. There's going to be a lot of game knowledge stuff where I'm just going to have to be like, I can't talk about that for 15 minutes. But there's a lot of time-based stuff on support. As like an off laner or a carry, you're just like I'm gonna stay in this lane as long as I can, and when I feel like I can, I'm gonna go do some other thing. But on support, it's like supports will always at 3 minutes be getting bounty runes or lotuses, and always at 7 minutes they're getting the XP runes. They're always gonna be pulling at certain times. So like if you look at pro games and check what the supports are doing at every minute, it's gonna be like 90% of them are doing the same thing because their time is dictating their game, especially early on. Yeah. I also put provide information. This kind of goes with the macro game thing. It's something I love to do on support, where like I'm always drawing lines where the enemy's going, drawing numbers on the map, saying there's many people here. I clicked on the enemies and I ping their items, and I'll say like this guy's because if you're a support and you can catch when the enemy bought a blink dagger and ping it and tell your whole team this guy's a blink dagger, you're gonna save someone's life with that. And just stuff like that can, like, even if you literally didn't do anything in the game, like in a replay it looks like you did nothing, that can be game-changing.
He's got a blink and everyone's like MVP.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, because once again the carriers, they have to just be worried about getting as much gold per minute as possible.
Yeah.
But you're more worried about like what objectives are there to be done, what towers can we push, who needs me in their lane right now. So talking about the timings, I think you know most of these, but we do. I just want to review some of it here. So every minute the camp spawn, right? At the end of it, at the end of every minute except 0, obviously the camp spawn. So if you're ever just like, hey, it's 45. I look at the clock. It's something 45 seconds. If I'm near camp, I might as well stack it, right?
Yeah.
Every 2 minutes the power rune spawn. The first 3 are bounty runes, and then after these first 3, it becomes power runes. Yeah, so there's a bounty rune in the mid at 0 minutes, then there's these water runes, which are special. They spawn at 2 minutes, 4 minutes. After that, power runes spawn every 2 minutes. Technically there's a way to predict what they are, but that's like pretty unimportant. So in general, if you're say it's 6 minutes, the bounty rune and the power rune's about to spawn, you can go like secure the power rune for your mid, and then go get the bounty rune. As far as securing runes for your mid, that's if you're, once again, as you get more experience, you'll notice in the mid matchup, like this is a mid matchup where like they both have bottles and whoever gets the rune's gonna win. If you can go to one of the runes and you have a stun or whatever, and then that makes sure that if it spawns on that side, the power rooms, they spawn randomly either side. Yeah. So if you go to one side, your carry covers the other, and you make sure that your side gets hit, or at least that the enemy side doesn't get it.
Okay.
And that can totally swing the lane. If it's like a double damage rune or a regen rune, it gets them back to full HP. If it's a haste rune or an invis rune, if you just let them get that uncontested, that can be a free kill on the side lanes.
Yeah.
So, but in general, it is to just be looking at the clock, and if you start to get these timings down, these timings will start to tell you what you should be doing.
I have been looking, to be fair, like I've been reminding James every now and then about like the wisdom rune and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys have been good on the wisdom rune.
Yeah,
you always get that within a minute. I will say, if you look at higher level replays, they're there before it spawns. They're there.
Sam told me it spawns every 7 minutes. Since he told me that, I'm there every 7 minutes walking to it.
So, and also, if you think about it, if it's spawned at 7 minutes, there's also a camp right there. You can stack the camp at like 6 minutes 50 seconds. Or 6 minutes 54 seconds. Yeah. Then go grab the rune, right? Stuff like that. Where you just kind of can look at the clock and start to be like, these are all the things I could be doing. And maybe all of them are worse than staying in the lane at that moment. But what's important is that, and this is going to be something I repeat a lot here, is that you start actually making that decision. Even if it's the wrong decision, at least you like thought about it and made the decision.
Yeah.
Because then you can at least look back and be like, oh, this is why this was wrong. Maybe grabbing the XP rune here was actually the wrong play because my carry died. But if you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what, I didn't even choose to do the XP rune or this, then like you can't get better,
Yeah, that makes sense.
5 minutes, every 5 minutes a lot happens. Swaps from day to night. So obviously there's some characters that are like stronger at night. In general, it's easier to gank at night because you move a little faster and have a little less vision. The siege creep spawn, so that can be, you can time pushes around the 5 minute mark. Like if you want to be high level, you can do a soft pull right before 5 minutes, so then the 5 minute wave's a double wave with the siege creep, something like that. But 5 minutes, the siege creep spawn, and you almost always want to push with the siege creep, some lane or other. You want to push the tower with the siege creep. Roshan changes sides every 5 minutes, and Roshan's respawn time is between 8 and 11 minutes. So if you can remember when you killed him, you can know when he'll be back up. You can even know which side he'll be back up on.
Is it literally random between 8 and 11 minutes? They just pick a number? Like in 9 minutes, 2 seconds of respawn?
Yep.
Okay,
yeah. So if you kill him if you kill him at 20 minutes, you know he'll be back between 28 and 31 minutes. But like once again, at higher levels, you'll see that if that's the case, that 28 minutes, their whole team moves over to the Roche pit that it's going to be at, and they start putting down wards and pushing that lane out.
I just love how everything else is so organized. Every 5 minutes, every 7 minutes, every 3 minutes, every 8 to 11 minutes. Yeah, it's the only thing that does that. Nothing else does it.
If we can be bothered, we'll spawn him in. If we can't,
If people knew the exact second Roshan was going to spawn, it would be brutal. It would be the entire team shows up there and goes like sicko mode, or like they intentionally like kill someone right before, so like you can't, like they could abuse the shit out of that. It would be brutal. If you can manage to get both XP runes, especially that first set, each one's like a third of a level. So that gives your team 2/3 of a level. The enemy team's minus 2/3 of a level. So you're basically giving your whole team a level advantage. Right. There have been games where you get both XP runes, and like immediately a fight on the other side of the map gets won because a guy leveled up. Wait,
the XP rune level everyone in your team up?
Yeah, it gives everyone on your team XP. I don't know the exacts. I know at the first level, the first rune's like a third of a level. It probably is around that ballpark, but obviously if like someone's still level 5 by the second one, they're gonna like a level and a half,
That makes it so stupid because me and Sam always fight over the XP runes.
Well, yeah, we do actually. I think when I see someone walking up, so like, give me.
We'll like blink towards it to get it first.
So I always at like 6 minutes 30 seconds I start sneaking over to take theirs, and even I'll use the scan. You guys know about the scan?
Yeah.
I've had it before, but
I keep using it to mess about.
Oh yeah, I see it actually. Yeah, I know what you're about.
There's a button on the mini map. You click it, you can pick somewhere on the map. It'll scan there, and it'll turn red and make a different sound if there's enemies there. So generally, if I'm going to sneak over there, I'll scan it, and I know if I'm walking into an enemy or whatever. You can use it for all sorts of stuff, but like early on it's not super useful, so because like no one's split ganking, so that can be a very good use for it. 20 minutes the tormentors spawn and they respawn exactly 10 minutes after they die. You can also see if the tormentor's up in fog. I don't know, if you just look at it, even if you have no vision, if the thing's open or closed will tell you if it's alive.
Adam's just said the same thing. He said, I also just like the XP rules, gives XP to everyone. I've been playing it for 7 years.
Adam, yesterday the comments taught me that apparently Enchantress can only control one creep at a time until she gets an Agonist. It's been that way for a year and a half and I didn't know it.
See, everyone's landing. Why not the other one's landing?
We all have those moments where it's like, I've been playing Dota for 7 years and like there was another one where when I started making that micro list, I thought Tusk still had his sigil, and he hasn't had that for like 3 years.
Whoa! Hang on, I have a question about the tormentor.
Oh.
Yes.
What's going on with that? Because it deals like loads of damage. Do you need like a team to come with you? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it reflects damage.
It reflects damage.
When you do damage to it, it spreads it out among all the teammates near it. So if you're the only one hitting it, you're taking full damage. If everyone's hitting it, if 2 people are hitting it, they each take half the damage.
So that's why you can solo it as Troll Warlord, because you got your lifesteal.
Yeah, you got lifesteal and you can't die. Yeah.
And does it give me and the lowest rated person a shard?
It gives a shard randomly to one of the 2 poorest people.
Oh, so if I get it and I'm... Oh, right, okay.
Once everyone has a shard, it gives gold, like 250 or 300, the value of a shard, spread out over the team. So,
okay, right.
I think it's like 300 or something, so the whole team gets 1,500 gold.
I'm not going to kill the Tormentor just to give some other cunt a shard.
Yeah, and also the Tormentor tends to be like so far out of the way if you're doing well. Like, you want to get theirs, not your own, if the game's going well. Because, like, bring your whole team all the way back. Yeah, if you have someone who can solo it, like Troll, that's great, but it is kind of awkward if you're dominating the game to go all the way back to your base with the whole team and let them recapture the map. So, trading is something I don't really see you guys doing much. You should be generally... You guys, like, if someone gets out of position, you try and kill them from full health.
Yeah, we just all go for the kills. That's how the league goes.
Yeah,
you kill them.
You want to make them pay for, like, every time they step up. You want to always be trading resources. And once again, you'll see at higher levels, in the lane, like, everyone's on the verge of death because they, like, push themselves all to the limit, and then they're more likely to make a mistake.
My issue is, like, with League, you've got your runes and stuff that increase your mana regen and shit like that, so you can poke with spells and do all that shit, which is what I'm used to doing. Whereas in Dota, you use a spell twice and then you've got no fucking mana. So I'm more wary of using spells to poke and do stuff, and I tried to auto attack.
One thing I've seen in your games, especially when you guys aren't playing together, when you're playing with like some random, is that like you'll just sit back and let them take a beating. Right, that's bad in itself, but also just in general, trading away all your resources. You guys hold your tangos forever. You guys will be like 15 minutes. You still have 5 tangos, right? Like there's your mangoes. Some of the blood grenades don't get used. Like you buy all this stuff for early game trading, and you don't use it.
Blood grenades only use like 50 damage or something.
The blood grenades are not really for damage. We'll talk about that later.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but generally, you just want to make them pay for, like, every time they come up for a last hit. If you don't have a last hit to be getting yourself, you hit them once or twice or whatever, and that adds up, and suddenly you've done, like, 300 damage to them. They're half health.
It was Sniper, that's why we couldn't fucking do it, because it was shooting us from across the fucking lane.
Yeah, and in that case, you'd probably want to bully his support if you could.
It was Dark Willow, and she was bullying the fuck out of us.
Yeah, Dark Willow probably you'd get like raindrops against or something, and then she's not doing a whole lot of damage to you. But we'll get there later too. That's later on in the thing.
Okay.
And there are lanes that you're not going to win the trades, and this is another one of those like, I want you to at least make the decision, right? Because if you're just like, I don't know what's happening, these going to be like. Should I trade with this person? Is going to be good or bad? Maybe you're wrong, but at least you thought about it and made the decision.
Yeah.
So, but in general, if you're not trading also, so say that you're the safe laner and the hard support, and they're the off laner and sorry, you're the safe laner hard support, they're the off laner soft support. and you're the support, and you're like, I don't want to trade with them. Well, now you're letting their Dark Willow, who has full HP, full mana, and the Sniper, full HP, full mana, just bully your carry. Your carry has to go get last hits. They don't have the option to not take damage. And then if you can make the Dark Willow cast her spells on you, and you cast your spells on her, then at least your carry in the off lane are basically 1v1ing. Also, trading health and mana efficiently. So like you were talking about the mana issue. If you can make sure your spells will hit 2 people, or your spells get a last hit or 2 and hit the person, stuff like that, that suddenly makes your mana use way more efficient than if you just like cast them all on a person.
Yeah. Sorry, Tony. It's because we've finally become monetized, so we've been able to put ads on their videos.
Thank you for your fraction of a cent for watching that, Tony.
Actually, I'd like to make a little announcement. This is officially not a hobby anymore. It's a job. We've made some money. 66 Great British pennies.
We've quit our jobs. We've quit our jobs and we've moved on.
No more work in the street corners.
No, it pains me to not join the family business, but I have to go my own route.
Yeah, his dad's like famous on the street corners.
Another thing about trading your health efficiently. When you're trading, if you can eat a tango while you're trading, that's like huge, right? Over the course of the trading, that'll like undo 2 hits from you, right? That's there's all sorts of tricks. I've seen people plant trees in front of them so the enemy can't see them and can't attack them. And
that's
it'll
a
like
thing?
mess. Yeah. And then they'll eat the tree and attack the enemy, and then they get a double regen from
I never fucking plant those trees. I just keep them for the +1 attribute, so I think that's more worth than the healing.
I think the double healing can be good, especially. So generally, if your build has a wand in it, you want to hold 2 of them. But otherwise, you just use them, and sometimes you just have to use them and buy a new one later for the wand.
I always buy one. I like wands.
Yeah. It depends. There's some. It's also lane dependent. There's some lanes where your wand's gonna get no charges. Somewhere it's gonna get a ton of charges. Once again, that's one of those things. Just start paying attention to. Like, this guy's spells charge up my wand. This guy's don't. Well, I like Jakiro's liquid fire doesn't charge a wand, so it's kind of useless in that lane or whatever.
Yeah.
So in general, as we've gone over, the 1 and 5 are more about getting farm. The 4 and 3 are more about stopping farm.
Yeah.
So the 4 ideally wants to be attacking the carry, right? They don't want to be trading with the support. They want to be attacking the carry. The 5 wants to stop their carry from getting attacked, right? The offlaner tends to be more tanky and survivable, so you don't really want to be hitting them. So generally, as a 5, you want to be, and this is generally, sometimes there's exceptions, you want to keep the soft support off of your carry. And as a soft support, you want to be hitting the carry. If like they let you just hit the carry. One thing I've mentioned before, and you probably don't remember it, we talked about creep aggro, but if you attack from far away from the creeps, you can get 1 free hit without the creeps attacking you. Just keep in mind. So sometimes on support, I'll like walk back, do an attack, and the guy walks in, he does the attack, then I walk back again, and like it doesn't mess with the creeps at all. If you keep attacking, then the creeps will come attack you, and it like throws off the whole lane. Just worth noting. If you can know the opponent's regen and power spikes, if you can click on them, there's so many lanes I've won because I clicked on them and I saw like this guy only has 3 salves, but 3 tangos, but I have 6 tangos and a salve. So I'm just gonna bully the shit out of him, walk back, heal up, and then he's out of health, and I'm full health. Right? Just noticing stuff like that, or the opposite, noticing this guy brought a ton of regen, I didn't, so I need to like bring more or avoid him. Generally, if you want to be trading, you play towards like the jungle, and if you don't want to be trading, you play towards like the Lotus pool, right?
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. Generally, the trading will go on over where the pull camps are and stuff. If you don't want to be engaged in that, you go to the other side and you try and bully their core. Also knowing their power spikes, knowing like Faceless Void when he hits level 6, he's going to try and kill you. Juggernaut, the same thing, he hits level 6, he's going to try and kill you. Knowing that Undying, if he doesn't level when he levels his Tombstone, he's going to go for a kill. Depending on their build, that's level 1 or level 2. But if you see him doing his Q, then you know he's not, like, just dodge the Qs, and that level 2, he's going to try and kill you guys. Stuff like that. As you can learn, that helps you play the lane a lot. Equalizing HP and mana pools. So this is a concept of, like, thinking about this, would you prefer to have a lane where both of you are 50% health, 50% mana, or a lane where one of you is 10% health and mana, the other is 90% health and mana? Well, which side of that?
50-50.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
Wait, you mean me and James having 9% and then me having 10%?
No. So you have not. Say the support has 90, the carry is 10. Like one person
yeah,
lane's
same
90.
team.
Yeah.
I thought you meant against us. Like, well, I definitely want to be on the one with 90 health and not 10 health.
Yeah. No,
I want to live.
The idea here is the lane that's 50-50, they can just kill the guy who's 10% and then they're 2v1. Right? So that's why you want to equalize your HP and mana pools. So sometimes you'll come back, your carry's like 20% health, and you just came back your full health and mana. You just need to get the fuck in there and trade as much as you can, right? And so then it equalizes. You're both 20, they're both 20%, right? And then suddenly it's an even lane again. They can't just instantly kill a guy.
Worst game of Would You Rather ever.
Sharing regen, and we're gonna go over this. This is something you guys barely do, and we'll go over it. I don't think you know how to do it a lot of the time. But there have been totally games where like you're the support and you have an inventory full of your regen, and your carry's dying. It's like, watch.
Look,
like, wow,
I gave it to him and he couldn't use it. He said he couldn't use it.
Yeah, we're gonna go over that. Double last hits and double denies. This is pretty high level, but you guys always lane together, and I think you could work on this. The idea is generally just if you both deny a creep at the same time, that's a lot easier than double last hits. Then it's like impossible for the enemy to get that last hit. So you just ping a creep, and then you both hit it.
How do you ping? Forgot. I always forget.
For you, it's going to be space and click. For James, it's going to be alt and click.
Okay.
Because you put your alt. I had you put your alt button on space. So.
That's fine. I always forget. So I always go for G because that's what it is in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there will be a whole PowerPoint about communications one day. Where we'll talk about how to do missing calls and ping items and ping health and mana and.
Is he a question mark
what effects are on people, whatever.
Is he a question mark
ping what time it is, ping how much money you need to have gold for your item and buyback. There's a lot of useful stuff. But...
Wait, Joe, one question. Is the a question mark ping?
Sorry, what?
A question mark ping?
Yeah. If you
yes!
If you ping and hold, then you'll get like a wheel of pings that you can do. And it's Control Alt for Control Alt's an X. I don't know if there's a question mark. The X is basically question mark.
It's basically so I can flame people with question mark pings.
I think there's a cosmetic that you can buy to get a question mark ping. Dota sells toxicity as cosmetics. Dota's like, hey, you want to tell your team to die in a fire? You can, but you have to play 1,000 Oracle games first.
Well, you
want to fucking do spray paint on the ground to tell the opponent they're a fucking noob? We have that, but it costs $3. You know. So jungle camps. Generally figure out who wants the hard camp. So if you're the off lane, you pretty much always want that, unless they're going to be pushing in hard. If you're the safe lane, if you're going to be pushing hard, you might want the hard camp. You always the safe lane always wants the easy camp, right? But the hard camp, it can kind of depend. Usually the off lane, but if you're a lane that's going to push a lot, like you say, you got a Sand King who's going to be sandstorming the wave all the time, right? That's going to push the lane out no matter what. And then you'll be able to pull the hard camp. So early on, as a support, it gives you those sentry wards that you guys don't know what to do with.
You can block camps. I learned that the other day. I watched a video. I actually did my own research.
Yeah, exactly.
I found out you can block them from spawning with a ward.
That's another one. You'll see every high level support immediately runs over and blocks these camps, unless they're doing some like level 1.
It was funny because the first time I did it, I said to James, "Oh look, I blocked their camp," and he went, "Sam, that's ours."
He blocked our fucking camp.
And then I was like, shit. I was like, how do you destroy the ward? Can I destroy it myself? He was like, no. And I went, I learned how to do that. And I was like, oh, sweet. I thought it'd take me 2 hits. I was sat there for it took me about 5 hits to come on your ward. I was like, for fuck's sake.
We had no wards the entire lane phase. So we had no camp the entire lane phase.
I mean, I tried. Again, like you say, it's fun because at least I thought about doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. Legitimately, that's doing that and putting it on the wrong camp is so much better than never considering it.
I don't know. As the
In
one that was
one
meant to be
game-
carrying, I don't know if I appreciate that.
Sure, Warlord was not happy.
In that one game, it is worse. But in one game, he got that out of the way. He'll never do it again. You know?
He will do it again. This stream probably.
So, as far as understanding what a pull will do to a lane, that's another thing. Experience, we went over it with the pulls, but understand if I do this soft pill, it's going to kill 2 creeps, and then it's going to push the lane out, right? If I do this hard pull, okay, it's going to go under our tower, and then maybe I'm going to get bullied over by this camp, so maybe that's actually a bad idea. Or maybe I want like to bring both creep waves over to this camp or whatever. Or maybe you want to steer it around, make sure they don't hit it. And learn techniques to contest pulls. So if you know the enemy's pulling, especially you have a vision of it, but if you just know, learning ways to go attack the creeps so then they chase you instead of chasing the other guy, or go walk in front of their creep wave so their creep wave stops attacking the camp and starts attacking you, and you can lead it back to where it should be. Stuff like that. Or just with who you have on your team, learning to just both get over there and kill them, if that's an option, or damage their tower while they're letting you push, or if they do, sometimes they do a pull and you can dive tower and kill their carry, right? So their support's off doing this pull, their carry's alone under tower, you have a creep wave under tower taking the hits, and you can just go kill their carry. Stuff like that. Starting to come up with those options, and actually doing stuff about their pulls if you can't keep the camp blocked. Another thing to mention about blocking the camps, you can just walk on the camp too and block it. As far as Maroons and Lotus, the Bounty Rune and Lotus, they always spawn at the same time. So you're always making a decision. You should never let them get both unless the lane's like completely lost.
I had sorry, keep going.
Yeah. So the XP runes, we talked about this earlier, to get them as soon as possible, because it basically sets your team ahead a whole level, your entire team. If your mid seems competent and they have a bottle, and you can go help them get their rune, they can get, like I said, a double damage, a haste rune, an invis rune, and instantly get a kill on the side lane. That could be game winning. You have to be aware though if your character's gonna like die if you leave them alone for 30 seconds. Sometimes that's the case. Or just like tell them to do a pull for themselves or something while you're gone, if that's the case.
Pull yourself off, I'm off for a walk.
You can refill the mid's bottle. This isn't going to come up for you guys, but it's thought I'd mention it. So when you go to the fountain, the bottle refills, right? When you teleport out of fountain, you keep the fountain buff on you for like 4 seconds. You keep getting that fountain healing after your teleport finishes. So you can, if the mid laner has an empty bottle, you can teleport to mid lane, tell him to hand you the bottle, and it'll refill it. He can also hand it to you and have you go grab a rune and hand it back to him. Stuff like that. Not going to come up, but just so you know. Once you start getting to like above 2k, 3k, that might matter.
Stuff, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if you want to use the mid, you could do that, right, for each other.
Yeah.
But that can once again be game winning. You refill their bottle. Maybe you bring a smoke. You smoke them. They've refilled their bottle. They go kill a lane well smoked up with a power up, whatever.
That'd literally end in James being mid, saying to me, "Oh, when you go back, could you TP and refill my bottle, please?" I'll be like, "Sure, no, yeah, sure thing. I'll be there in a sec." 5 minutes later, Sam, where are you?
I was taking a
Oh
piss.
shit, I forgot. Sorry. What the fuck? I'm about to die. I needed that. Like, oh well.
Especially at higher levels, as the mids both get really competent, this stuff wins and loses lanes. At the lower levels, it's just like the lanes are a shit shoot. But at a higher level, where both people are like actually playing really well mid, if you can give him 2 extra full bottles, that's like an extra 500 health and mana or whatever, that'll change the lane totally.
I can agree in this far, Salvador.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, this one's long. We're getting near the end, but this one's probably gonna have to be edited down.
It'll be video on its own. Part 2 will be the video, the game.
Vision. You guys have figured out now what Observer and Sentry Wards do.
Yeah.
You figured out how much area they show, how much the Observer Wards are free, the Sentry Wards cost 50.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
I didn't know they were free.
Observer wards are free, yes.
Well, that makes me more embarrassed for not getting them. I thought I didn't want to spend my money on those cunts. I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah, so as you play more support, you should make a habit of checking the shop often. And if there's ever 4 observer wards, 10 sentry wards, you failed as a support. In my games, there's never more than 1. Like within a minute that they back, people buy them all.
I mean, one in our game, there wasn't any in the shop because I put them all on the floor after some cunt dumped them all on me.
What the fuck did you do with those wards?
Yeah, literally, he was very mad. All caps.
Okay.
What did you do with those?
So we're gonna go over this, and then we got a little quiz on the side here. So can you actually see these maps on the side pretty well?
Yeah.
Okay. So things that give vision, wards, which give a ton of vision. I mean, if you look over here, they give way more vision than League wards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they give a ton of vision.
Yeah, it's insane.
It is. Creep waves give vision. This is often overlooked, but like if your creep waves are pushed out, you have a lot more vision of the map than if creep
to be
waves
fair, I do always because that's like in League, I actually do look at the waves to see, vision wise. I do actually just scan to see where the wave is and what shit like that, and see if there's anyone like in certain lanes and shit. To be fair, that's my main point of call for vision. Because I'm a fucker for not warding very well.
Another quick tip, a little unrelated to vision, but if you ever want to like know where an enemy creep wave is and it's in the fog, you can look at where your like equal opposite creep wave is. So this creep wave's here, so that means the enemy has a creep wave right here. If you ever wanted to kill it, right?
And I don't know. Wait, if you're trying to do it, oh
shit, it's me.
Yeah, no, that's a spoiler.
Oh shit, right? Yeah, we can't see the mouse. Is it important for this?
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Cute.
Okay. Yeah, it made
Thank
it
you.
huge because you said you couldn't see it.
Yeah, we physically couldn't. It wasn't because it wasn't there.
Okay. Heroes give vision, of course, too, and towers give vision. So as your towers die, you're also losing vision and the ability to teleport out. So wards allow you to claim and contest territory, right? They let you like draw the lines of battle, kind of. They let you say, like, if you're putting wards down, it's to like generally saying like, hey, I think I can protect this ward. I think if we see something in this area, we can do something about it. At the start of the game, you could put a ward inside the enemy's base, but if you see someone there, what are you going to do about it? I guess they're not in a lane, but like, so you want the places where it's like, where it's like if we see them, we can actually kill them. They should align with your team's goals and playstyle, and your team's goals and playstyles are also going to be dictated by the wards. So if you want to push a tower, you put a bunch of wards up around that tower, right? If you need to just secure your side of the map for your team to farm, and then you'll come online later, you put wards that kind of draw a border around what you think you can protect. Stuff like that. And obviously, if you have a bunch of wards in your jungle, you can't go on into the enemy jungle, really, unless you're like way overpowered because you have no idea what's there. So stuff like that. If you have wards in their base and you're like whatever, like, and you're just trying to farm your side of the map, it just doesn't make sense. And so how to place deep wards. If you want to place wards that are like beyond or you can safely get as a support, either do it while your team is doing something. So like you smoke your team up and you all go run through their jungle for a kill and you place wards while you're there. Or you just got a kill and push the tower, and on your way out you drop some wards. Either that, or you smoke and go invis and put them down yourself. So sometimes I'll just buy a smoke and walk to the enemy jungle. We'll talk about what smoke does later. I don't know if you guys know. Maybe I shouldn't have talked about that earlier.
I don't know what smoke is.
I know. Every time you said smoke, I was thinking of the thing that reveals people.
That's dust. So smoke,
Okay,
I
yeah,
guess we'll go over smoke now. It's an item you buy. It's like 50 gold or something like that. You use it, it makes everyone around you invisible. But it's like an advanced level of invisibility where even sentry wards won't see you.
What? Oh my god! So I could buy a smoke. So I could be Sand King, then they pop dust, and then they're like, we can see you. Now we'll go pop smoke. Now you can't again.
No. So when you get near an enemy, when you get within, let's say, like tower range of an enemy, kind of, you'll return visible again. So if you're near an enemy and you smoke, nothing will happen.
So basically it stops you from being seen by wards.
Yes, exactly. That's something else I was going to mention about the ward. So like this one sees invis, this one sees not invis, but it doesn't see. This one sees but doesn't see invis. The combo of them makes sure you see everything but smokes. to know if the enemy smokes, you can just kind of tell when they've you'll eventually get a feeling, like an alarm in your head, like, hey, they've all disappeared off the map, and like suddenly all our lanes are pushing out more than they should. Like they're up to something, right? But
those rascals.
yeah. So also the smoke gives you a speed boost. So gives you all speed boost, makes you all invisible to everything, and you'll know if you're near an enemy because like your invisibility will break, even if you can't see them. If they're up a hill or in a tree, you can kind of figure out. So as far as which spots you want to put wards, the very obvious spots, you've seen them, the big towers with like an eyeball icon, they are the best. They give perfect vision, a full circle of vision around them, but also they're the first place an enemy will check.
So can they just be destroyed with normal auto attacks then? If someone's got a really
you need to put a sentry ward down to see them, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
The sentry ward gives vision for a little bit. Like when you put it down for 20 seconds, it gives you a little bit of vision, so you don't need.
Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, I was just gonna say when you drop a normal ward, because I've done it before where I put a ward down and they've not seen it and it's just been there.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, if you put a ward down and someone sees it put it down, they can destroy it immediately. So how long is the ward visible? Like, if you put a ward down and they don't see you put it down, if they walk there a second after you put it down, can they see it's there? Like, does it go invisible after 3 seconds?
It's instantly invisible. They might have just already had detection down. They might have had vision and seen you put it and you didn't know. That'll be something we talk about in the vision PowerPoint down the line. Like, I'll probably have a PowerPoint where to show you like 10, 20-second clips or whatever and be like, okay, you just watched 20 seconds, where are their wards, you know? But that's besides the point. No, so they don't instantly have vision unless they already had a sentry ward down or something.
Fair enough. Yeah, exactly. I'm just confused because I put it down. It's happened like 2 or 3 times now where, like, say, I put it down and they've literally just gone bang, bang. I'm like, well, that was fucking pointless. I'm thinking now, can I not like slap it down if we've got vision of each other and I put it down in between us?
But
like, am I doing that and they can see me do it? Is that why they can see it?
If you do put it down right in front of them, they'll like, if they're any good, they'll know that you just put a ward down because they can like see that you had a ward in your inventory. Now you don't. And they saw you turn and weirdly and like clearly use an item.
It's even before all that.
But they might just, especially
if
you're playing Sand King, they'll already have sentries down. If they were blocking your camps, then they're blocked with a sentry ward and light vision already. Maybe they just had checked there earlier for a ward, and then you put a ward down where they had a sentry already. Whatever. But generally,
sentry wards see sentry wards.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So the obvious spots are risky but the best. So you want to use those when it's like either so firmly under your control that even if they know it's there, they're never going to be able to get there to get rid of it, or even if they know it's there, like you guys could kill them before they could get rid of it, or they'd have to die to get rid of it. Or if it's like so far behind enemy lines that they're never even going to guess to look. Otherwise, if it's in contested territory that you don't really control, like it's one of those like, hey, we walked through their jungle and I got to put some wards down, then I'm not gonna I'm gonna put them in really weird spots that they're not gonna think to check.
Yeah.
As far as dewarding strategies, generally you want to check if you're doing in one of the obvious spots. You put a sentry down first to check they don't have an observer, and then you just kill the observer. And in that case, you don't put your own observer there because they're gonna know that their ward just died, and you put wards there, and they're gonna go kill them. Sometimes if you put a sentry somewhere on a high ground, right, like one of those like high ground spots, and they have a sentry there, you can just leave it and put your observer there. If they don't have an observer up there, they only saw what was up there like the 10-20 seconds after they put their sentry down. They don't see what's up there anymore, and if they see their sentry still there, they're not going to think to check it again. Right? If you kill their sentry, then they're going to say, oh, there's a ward up there, I'm going to go get rid of it. But if you just leave their sentry alive, they have invis vision, but they don't have real vision, so they can't see up there.
So the sentry wards only see invisible things. They don't give you actual vision. Like they don't.
They give you vision for. Yeah, they give you vision for like 10-20 seconds. So you can use them and check the spot, but then it goes away.
Okay,
and it's a tiny bit of vision. So yeah. And then otherwise, other dewarding strategies, you can just work on developing ways to tell where the enemy put wards. If you know the enemy's whole team just ran from like here to here, right? They showed here, maybe they like took this tower and they showed here. Well, that they probably put wards down while they were here. Obviously, you can just like check their inventories. If you know supports had wards when they were here and they came here and they didn't, then you know 100% there's wards here. You can start to just see like, oh, they couldn't have casted spell there. They wouldn't have played like this, whatever. If they had a ward there, you can go get rid of it.
Yeah.
So sharing regen.
Look at
This
that.
is a picture
It's
of
like look at
some
the
random Dota game from like some dude. That's just
Kelly, I couldn't.
yeah.
Don't know what I'm doing, but I'm really into it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's just some guy. He has one of those faces. He looks like everyone. His room also. His room also just looks like everyone's room. You know.
His favorite guy, Lion.
Yeah, playing Lion here, and I don't know if you can see, but his carry Lena is on the verge of death. Right?
He's nowhere to
In his
receive.
inventory are 6 tangos. He has not used all game. He has not used since the start of the game. 6 tangos. His carry's almost dead. And I can tell you that immediately after this, Felina had to walk home because Felina had no health and didn't want to die.
You know what? As she should. If she wants to take that much damage, she can walk home.
Joe, was that you?
Sharing damage thing.
Was
That useless piece of shit the whole game. You have full health, full mana. Well, she's been taking a beating,
Hey,
and you haven't used your tango.
Look, right.
Another thing, you guys need to start using your tangos not when you're like at 100 health. You should start using them when you're at like 80% health. Just keep yourself topped off with them.
Right.
Right.
Look,
Once you start taking damage, you start using them.
listen here. I've been sucking and fingering all game.
Yeah.
It's honest work. I deserve these tangos.
Do what? You could keep your carry. You get like a whole extra like 3 creep waves if you had given her 3 tangos.
But also, these I do have a proper answer. From League,
Don't know how.
from League, the lower health you are, the more health you regen. So you wait until you're below 10% to actually use your health. So that's why we're in that mindset, which we'll need to change.
I didn't know that.
Okay, I should start giving you League lessons.
Yeah, probably. Also, thank you, Pips. Love you too. Yeah, so like I say, with that as well, like I have been trying to use my tangos. You know, like when I'm going to about 50%, 60% health, I am trying to keep myself topped off. But then obviously I ran out of tangos, but then I don't think about buying any more. Like, do you need to buy tangos? Like,
Nah.
It depends on. It totally depends on the lane. There are absolutely lanes where like I get there and I'm immediately like I need more tangos. I'm just gonna buy them and send them out to me. By the time they get to me, I'll have already used the 3 I started with or whatever. There's some lanes where it's not like that, or where it's like.
Because I feel like if you're pushing into them, you can go to the fountain and just control that and use your fountain ones, can't you?
Those don't give that much.
But I feel like if you're pushing the wave in, you've got more control, then you don't. I don't know. It'll be it's all situational basically.
Yeah, these don't give that much, and they only spawn every 3 minutes. Yeah. So you can't rely on getting them. So if your lane strategy is relying on getting these, that's probably bad. Like they're good to get. If you get them, you can make a play around it. If the enemy gets them, then they're gonna try and make a play around it.
We normally get them after if we've just won a fight. They're a nice top off for your mana and health. You know, just as a quick, regen if they're about to TP.
I think by the time you even get to bronze and silver games, I think if James solo queues, these things aren't there at 5 seconds after they spawn.
Yeah, it's insane.
These things go because once you can see in the fog when they spawn, everyone knows that they're already right there. These things go away real fast.
Well, to be fair, I didn't know when they actually spawns, but now I know 3 minutes. But I was kind of checking up to that.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes.
Yeah.
So as far as how to share regen, salves you just use on them. Clarities you just use on them. Now these both, if the person takes damage from an enemy hero,
he stops the healing.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to back off the tower once again, you can ping them. You can hold Alt or space and click on this and say salve ready, and then your carry knows, okay, I'll back up so you can salve me, and it won't get canceled.
And James will just say, "Why the fuck are you pinging me?"
Well, you don't ping him; you just ping the salve. I mean, and this is when you're with someone who, obviously, if you're with each other, to say, "Back off, and I'll heal you." Right?
Trust me, I've tried that plenty times. I scream at him, "Why are you fighting? Stop, stop!" It's like a 2-minute fight, and then he dies. And I say, "Why'd you do that?" It's like, "Oh, I
we
wanted
could have killed him."
I was like, "I told you." Yeah, that's literally what he says. I'm like, "I could have healed you, then we could have killed them. It would have been fine. We could have done both." And he's like, "No." I'm like, "You're a cunt."
So this, I think you guys don't know about at all, right?
Tango's is mana. The potions give you mana regen, but you can refill them when you go back to the base. But the bottle, if it's empty, you can get the runes and stuff inside of it.
I think you meant the control hotkey to use on them. I think you meant that part.
No idea about that.
but cheers, Sam.
Yeah, so with any of these, if you hit control in the hotkey and click on an ally, you'll feed it to them.
What is the hotkey? Like
whatever you have that item on. So here his tangos are on 2, so he'd hit control 2.
And then you'd like shove it in Lena's mouth and say, "Eat a bit."
Yeah. Those tangos will work a little different, but yeah, these are the mangoes, the lotuses, and bottles. Yes, you can control in the hotkey and click on someone, you'll give it to them. This can be huge to a lot of times. The difference between getting a kill and not getting a kill is like who you give a mango to. Maybe you take it yourself and you can't get the kill, but you give it to your carry and now they can cast the nuke and kill the guy. Or maybe both ways would get a kill, but if you give the mana to your carry, they get the kill and not you.
Yeah.
Also, with the lotuses, a lot of times I've saved my carry's life by feeding them one of these.
Yeah, because James always, to be fair, James has gone quite good. Well, we both do it, don't we? If we've had a fight or whatever, we have a look to see who needs a bit more health and mana, and we can let them. Or if like James picks it up, he'll click and drag it and give it to me like that, so I can use it.
If I'm the support, I'll grab it because I know Sam's doing the wave, and then I'll go over to him and give it to him.
Yeah, physically hand it to me for me to have it, so I can use it like that.
First of all, click and drag. Yeah, click and drag. It's a little awkward doing a fight. Sometimes also your carry has 6 items and it goes into their backpack, and they have to chase guys, swap it out, and then it's a 6-second cooldown. Or
true, yeah.
So if you have the inventory space, they don't. It's better to do it this way. If you have no inventory space, they do. You can go grab it and hand it to them.
We are we're getting there. We're halfway there. Yeah. We didn't know you could physically ram it down the throat. But,
exactly.
But now,
because there are times I've seen you like hand each other salves.
Yeah.
So they can't use them. Or tangos, I've seen you hand each other tangos, and then they can't use them. So this is just clarifying, and you can come back to this whenever. These ones are also control plus hotkey, but it shares the item. So tango, if you control tango them, it gives them like a one-time use tango. It doesn't stack, and it'll disappear in a minute. So you can't like give them a ton of tangos and they just bring them to lane and do whatever. Because that used to be a strat. The supports would buy tangos and give them to like their mid laner, so the mid laner didn't have to buy their own. Also, do you know how to swap wards? I don't know if you have sentry and observers, do you know how to swap which one you're using?
I didn't know you had to pick one.
So they'll like be in the same item slot, both of them. They share an item slot. Yeah. So you have to. So it
clearly we don't buy them.
If you have so you have to self cast it. So since you guys have quick cast on, you'd like cast it and click on your hero portrait. Otherwise, you just double tap the button if you have a normal cast for that item. But if you have quick cast, you'd have to click on your hero portrait with it, I guess, or set up some way to do self casts. So that's how you swap between, like, if you're using a sentry and observer in that slot. So like using that button, click somewhere is going to put which one down. You have to do a self cast. So either make some item slots that are normal cast, not quick cast, and you just double tap them, or cast it on your hero portrait down here.
There's so many things to remember. So we're getting there.
As far as this last row, you can also drag and drop these. So you can drag your bottle to someone and hand it to them. You can drag a lotus to them and they can use it. You can drag your observer sentry ward stack to them. One difference between these is if you do the control hotkey, you just give them one, and it like blends in with their normal ones. If you hand it to them, they get the entire stack, and it's like listed as yours and won't stack with their other wards. So the control hotkey is almost always better, unless it's like, hey, I have all these wards and I no longer have space for them. I'm just handing it to you, and it's your problem now.
Yeah, I had that happen to me, and I threw the problem on the floor.
Okay. Oh, 2 more slides. So,
2 more.
money, 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 question mark, right? We're all thinking that, right?
That's us when we look at our revenue.
Yeah.
If you're not getting last hits, how do you make money? So first of all, stacking and pulling. If you stack a camp and an ally kills it, you get 30% of the gold from that camp.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I didn't know
So
that.
you actually get shared gold.
What?
Yeah. I think it gives them like 10% less and you 30%.
Ooh.
So it makes more gold, just free gold out in the world. Yeah. So even if you're like not there, you'll be on the. Sometimes I stack camps on accident, and then suddenly I start hearing like clinging sounds of me getting free gold. So yeah, if you just stack camps up and make sure the enemy team doesn't get them, then you'll eventually get gold from it. The runes, you get bounty runes. That's money, right? Yeah. Money for everyone, but also money for you. Yeah. Dewarding is actually huge. Killing an observer ward gives a crazy amount of gold.
Does reveal wards?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought it'd be. Yeah.
It would be sick, but no. So every ward you kill, basically at any point in the game, it gives you like a full creep wave of gold. At the start of the game, it gives like 150 gold. Later in the game, it gives like 300 gold. It's literally like
holy shit.
Yeah, killing an observer.
Like, we don't clear wards. Well, we don't go for it because in League you get 20 gold.
Yeah, see, all this stuff
20,
is like
that's it.
It used to be like that, and then over the years they were like, look, we have to like really give them flashy gold signs or they'll never do support. So like, okay, if people aren't stacking, we'll make fun noises and give them gold if they do it. People aren't rewarding, we'll shower them in gold. People aren't placing the wards, we'll make them free. That's had happened over the last 10 years.
And we still don't place them.
People would not do their fucking job on support if it wasn't for all this. So always kills and assists. If you make kills and assists happen, that's good for everyone, and you get gold. That's another reason to do
that's my favorite one.
Stuff. Yep, absolutely. That's why if you can get your mid a double damage rune or whatever, or a regen rune or a haste rune, that's huge because you'll get kills and assists off of that. Farming risky and empty lanes. This is one that I think's overlooked a lot, but sometimes on support, if there's a lane that like nobody wants to farm and it's suicide and you're worthless and you can go there and like kill through waves.
That's what I do. That is literally what I do.
Yeah, doing it intentionally, so knowing that you're doing it's the important part. Yeah, if you're a support and you kill 3 waves, you get 400 gold from that. You get a level from that, and they kill you and they get like 150 gold because you're a shit support and you're worthless. Right? Like, you pushed the wave out, you got more than you lost, you made their whole team come over and deal with you.
Actually, that's literally what happened yesterday. I was one support. I was Necro and I pushed like 3 waves in, got to their tower, and I was like, oh look, I can afford my item now. Then the full team came and killed me. Then I lost 400 gold. Like, fuck, I can't afford my item now. And I went to fucking. It was all right. Then I went to shit. We won that game,
after this slide, we have to go back. I forgot to do a little quiz on the vision. Shit.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, quiz and flashbacks.
Okay, and also objectives: getting towers, Roshans, getting if you can steal enemy stacks, getting the Tormentor, killing buildings, any of that. That's all gonna get you gold. Okay, so let's go back here because we were talking about how the vision should align with your team's goals and play styles.
Yeah.
Let's look at each of these. Let's look at this map. What does this map and the vision you have tell you about this game? What's the team's game plan here?
Well, the Radiant side is very dominant against the Dire side. It's looking quite dire for them. The wards there are mainly focusing on looking at the waves and I guess getting vision of their towers and just kind of what's going on over there.
And what's this word?
That's for Roshan, so they know if it's going to spawn, so they can get on top of it. And well, if it is alive, because they're so pushed in, they don't have to worry as much. You know, the day is kind of.
Sherlock makes a good point. Also, that whoever reveals the ward gets the gold, not whoever kills it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this worth actually, even if you buy a ward or a gem, and then someone else uses that ward or gem to kill a ward, the person who bought it, I think, gets the gold. I know it works that way for gem. I don't know if it works that way for centuries.
I already know.
Whoever has the thing that makes a thing seen gets gold.
I already know the next 2 answers for the next 2 questions. I can't even ask you.
I'll let James tackle those ones.
Yeah, this team is dominating. They want to take Roshan and then go break high ground. These are wards for breaking high ground. they're little hidden wards that give vision up the hill, so you can see what's happening up the hill when you do it.
Yeah.
And that's this team. And they've lost basically no towers. They want to get Roshan, and then they want to kill that and break high ground.
So if you you're that base, so basically behind the walls where the turrets are, so up on the high ground.
Yep.
If you put a ward in there, does it still go invisible?
Yeah.
If you put a ward in their turret range, is it invisible as well?
The turret reveals it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so you can hold alt their space and see the.
Yes, I know in League, I don't because James in League, if you're in their base, do all wards of theirs get revealed, or do they stay invisible?
If it's under a tower, everything gets revealed. Even like Teemo shrooms get revealed.
But do you know if you play like the little barrier bits where you can't walk through on the enemy base, but the enemies can? If you put a ward on the other side of that barrier bit, does it go invisible on League? I can't remember.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if it was... to be fair, it's because I couldn't remember on League as well, but it's more... So I know on this, like I said, put a ward there rather than under the fucking turret.
Okay. So in this one, what is going on in Vision picture number
James.
2?
Go on, James.
A big daddy push up top. And then, because with the aggressive ward placements...
Yes, this ward placement is we're not going to let you use your jungle. That's what this says. It says if any of you, there's a ward here, there's wards here. If anyone walks into this whole area of the map, they're fucking dead. So since we have these towers, basically the only thing they have is like this and like this little bit of the map here. Yeah, we're just saying you're not allowed to go in your own jungle.
So is it like, well, I think what James was saying is more of a, if they're pushing in top lane, and then someone's coming from mid lane to try and stop them, you've got the vision of it, so you can preempt it and either get the fuck out or think, we can kill these guns.
Yeah,
so
this is like our team's hunting.
Safety as well.
Yeah, it's like our team's hunting for kills, and yes, we are going to take this tower. The wards are setting up to take this tower. There's not,
but you can see
the tower, but
as well, you can, I mean, if they're coming up through their jungle to stop you from pushing, you can see them coming and you know that they're there, so they're not going to jump. Yeah, you're like Sand King stacks up his ult and all that shit. You know he's going to come, so you can have it. You can position yourself to,
even if they, let's say they all like teleport to tower or walk this way and we don't see them coming. Once we see them there, we can back off over here. And another thing about vision, I'm sure you know this from League, is just fights just go better when you have vision. This is one of those like invisible things where if you have perfect vision, like fights just go so much better. And it's hard to explain exactly why. Like you just everyone on your team plays better, everyone on their team plays worse. So as well.
Yeah, it's always
And then what's this one?
Come on, James, you got it.
Okay. I'm going to presume from the defensive placement of the wards that they are going to be farming their own camps.
Yeah, more or less. The game's roughly even. They have one tower that we don't. And yeah, it's kind of like we are securing this for our team. We're trying to take some of their jungle.
Yeah, some of the bounty
but we're giving up this part of our jungle.
Yeah.
Generally, the Dota map tends to not be split like down the river, like a lot of people think. It actually tends to break down like the middle of the map, right?
Yeah.
It's each team tries to control 2 lanes.
Oh yeah, I know what I mean. Yeah.
Instead of each controlling half of all 3 lanes. So we're trying to kind of control this part of the map. Everything like the left of this line we're trying to control.
Yeah.
And we're trying to give them a little less. And like we're just trying to have like a 60-40 split of the map if possible. And yeah, just keep our jungle secure for our team to farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so it's just one of those things where like, if you look at the wards, you can tell what the team's game plan is. And if you know what the team's game plan is, you should be able to know where the wards need to go.
Yeah.
Anyway. On to the last thing. This is some consumable items. I was going to put a whole thing of items. It's one of those things that got cut. There's also a thing about like late game and team fighting that got cut. We'll get to them some other day. Because this has already gone on probably forever.
Honestly, I've been very intrigued though. I've actually been very into it.
It's only an hour and 10 minutes. What do you mean?
Okay, well, like 10 minutes was the intro. In an hour.
Oh, God. Yeah,
I was hoping to keep it under an hour, but I think we have gone over.
I don't worry, like I say, I'm actually learning a lot, and we're currently our highest concurrent viewer count of 23. So, thank you, everyone.
Thank you for being here. Like the video if you're enjoying it.
I am That's because I am Sir Joseph.
For fuck's sake.
First of his name, king of the PowerPoint, maker of brain, bringer of views, granter of dreams, stopper, the wise man, the final boss. Okay.
Well, actually, the final boss, is that like a fucking preemptive thing? Are you our final challenge?
Oh,
when we get to
shit.
it?
You have to beat him.
James have to beat Joe.
Oh my
Well,
god.
23. 23 what? Oh, 23 viewers. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
On current viewers.
Yes. So
That's huge.
Dust of Appearance, you guys basically know what this is. 80
Yep.
gold item. You use it. Anyone around who gets caught in it is revealed for.
Oh, they get slowed as well. Holy shit.
Yes, it doesn't slow. Exactly. Yeah. Because that's something you probably wouldn't have picked up on, but yeah, it slows. So if someone's non-visible, sometimes it can be useful to slow them for 12 seconds. As far as yeah, yep, and if you use them right, everyone's a kill, right?
Yeah.
Because if they so and we've gone over before, it's like sentries are more like to defensively get vision, or someone who's not going to move, like a sandstorm, can't leave a sandstorm, or people like Shadow Fiend who wants to walk into your team will invis and then ult and blow up and kill everyone, right? So obviously by the time you know he's there, you can see him now.
Yeah, he's all over you. Yeah.
So Dust is more people who are going to try to escape with invis than people who are going to try and initiate with invis, because otherwise you have to guess when they're there in Dust.
Yeah.
I thought it only showed slowed invisible people. That's possible. It could be the truth. I don't know. Could be the truth. Could not be the truth. Show just that Dust only slows invisible people. Very possible that I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, and that's only popped up.
I'm sure they'll let you know in the comments.
Oh, they will. They will. Only if they're
For fuck's
7K.
sake.
Only if they're 7K does their.
God.
I hope he sees this.
No,
Well, now I want all
watch
the
it.
7K player. I want everyone in the comments to say, "Well, I'm actually 7K."
Yeah, everyone put your MMR in the comments. So if we can get an 8K.
Not your MMR. Just say you're 7K.
Yeah.
No one's checking.
Comment 7K, and that's it. You're 7K.
So smoke 50 gold. It's kind of like wards where there's a limited amount of them in stock. Once again, high level games, there's never any in stock. They get bought instantly. They give 15% speed for 45 seconds. They make you invisible to all detection. If you get near an enemy, it goes away. So, a lot of people, like even at level 1, buy smoke their whole team, then run to the enemy jungle for like a first blood, something like that.
James, we can fight.
It's gonna go awful.
Honestly, it very rarely does.
Neraz Ali says he's 7K. Can he clarify this slow situation for us? It does only slow invis. Okay, I take everyone's word for it. That sounds very believable.
Makes sense.
So Fairy Fire. You guys have bought these before? They give.
Yeah, I have. It's one of those things where it's good because it's instant heal, isn't it? It's not over. You instantly get 75 health, or 85 health, don't you?
Yeah. But when you use it, you lose the damage. So generally, for that reason and the fact that you can bait people, when you're trying to trade efficiently, you want to hold this till the last second. First of all, so you get the +2 damage the whole time. But also, if they haven't checked your items, then they don't know that you have 85 extra health, and you can get them.
If you go on the brink of death, you can pop your thing, and then
and you should, before you're at the brink of death, say, "I'm going to press this when I'm at the brink of death." It shouldn't be.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. You know you've got it, and you're doing the damage and shit.
Yeah, and same thing with wand. Stuff like that gives burst skill. You want to hold it and try and bait the enemy if possible. Make them think that you're near death when you're really not.
I tried to do that, but then I get silent stunned, and I'm like, I can't use any of my shit, and I get fucked over. Like, I'll hold this to do this, and then all that shit happens. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
It's a game knowledge thing. I mean, silence wouldn't matter here because it's.
It's that, and then it's literally that, but then we've got BKB, and I'll ask, and people are like, why didn't you use BKB here? I'm like, I fucking forgot that it's there.
Yeah. So, and that's nothing. Where it's like about pre-processing. As you get the knowledge, I know, like when I buy a BKB, I know when I'm gonna use it beforehand, right? I don't just buy a BKB and then hope when I'm panicking that I press it right.
That's honestly how I play.
The blood grenade, they cost 50 gold. When you cast it, you lose 75 HP. It does 125 damage over 5 seconds. So it, especially after their magic resistance stuff, it basically does the same damage to you and them. So you can use it to finish them off, or maybe, but
Yeah.
sometimes you can kill yourself doing it. But what's important is the 15% slow. In an early fight, if you and another person are chasing someone, hitting them, and you can land this on them, then suddenly you get 2 extra right clicks. Well, now it did 200 damage to them.
Is that like when you're fighting over the runes at the start?
Yeah, exactly. Fighting over the runes at the start, an early trade, whatever. If you're using this really for the slow mostly, or occasionally you're using it 'cause, like, they just escaped and you're gonna catch them and do that last 25 damage or whatever.
Yeah, it's like they're on the brink of death and they're just outraged. They're going, toss it, bang.
But a lot of the time you do it because if it lets you each get 2 extra right clicks, then suddenly that's not 125 damage. That's like 325 damage, right? If each of your right clicks did 50. That's another thing with the harass. If you can even manage to right click the enemy 4 times in lane, that's actually like suddenly that's like a whole 2 spells that, like it just adds up if you keep chipping away at people and whatever. Range drops. Their range drops are not available till a minute 30 seconds, so you can't buy them right at the start of the game.
Okay.
They give like 0.8 mana regen per second while you have them.
Okay, yeah, with this, does it give it to a nearby ally as well? Because I thought I read that it did once, but then I bought it the other day and it didn't.
I don't know anything about it doing anything to allies.
Okay, I must have misread it then. I swear down, because I said to James, I'm going to get this, it'll give us some mana regen. I read it again, I was like, oh, I guess it doesn't. I was like,
Ring of Basilisk gives you an ally and anyone around you mana regen.
Maybe it's not. Is that is like a gold ring with a red ruby on it or some shit? Is that what the picture
it's got like, something like that. Purple and red ring or whatever,
I mean, I'm remembering. 25, holy shit, hello everyone. Just keep going.
So these cost 225 gold. You get 6 of them. And everyone...
They're not active though, are they? It's just passive.
No, it's passive. When you take magic damage, it'll block 120 magic damage and use up a charge.
Yeah.
So
it's only one charge.
Yeah, so it has to be magic damage. You can click on spells and read if it's magic damage or pure damage or mixed damage or physical damage, right? So like, you mentioned the Dark Willow lane. Dark Willow like charges up. She goes like black and charges up an attack and does magic damage. Yeah. If you had these, those would all do 120 less damage to you, right? And that can like totally change the lane.
Yeah, it would have. It really would have.
Yeah, exactly. And also, generally you want to try and hold on to the last one as long as possible because like you're passively getting mana regen, but it's whatever. If you get the value out of it, if you don't have any
charges, it doesn't.
The item goes away.
Oh, okay. So how do you get charges, or is it just you buy it, you get 6 charges, and that's it? Okay. I get how it works now.
So
I get.
In general, but this means that the 6 charges on top of giving you mana regen, they will also give you 720 magic block. Is my quick math right there?
So 720. So 6 times thingy is. You're right.
Yeah. So. Over the course of the lane, this will block over 700 magic damage.
Which is a lot in it.
Yeah, that's like someone's full mana bar plus something like that. That can really change the lane. But if they do stuff that's like little poison that tickles you, or they don't do any magic damage, it's going to do nothing for you. Or if they do magic damage, but you're winning the lane anyway.
So if they've got a damage over time spell that does magic damage over time, each time it ticks, does that take a charge?
So there's like a limit. I don't know the number, but I think it's like if it does more than 50, if it does less than 50 damage at a time, it won't block it.
Okay, yeah, because I just thought
when you said that 70 damage, then like you're wasting half the range drop.
Yeah, because say Sand King Sandstorm does magic damage, but that ticks over time. So would it not go bang 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 consume each charge?
There's also a cooldown, like that 10-second cooldown in between it blocking.
Okay, yeah.
Something like that.
So basically, if you saw someone with that, you can go in with Sand King Sandstorm and burn all 6 charges in like 6. Well, I know 10-second cooldown, but you can burn a couple of charges. Yeah.
Sherlock says 7-second cooldown between using charges, and it has to be over 75 damage.
Okay,
Okay. The last one I put in here is Gem of True Sight. Technically not a consumable item, but it's like divine. It's like the supports divine rapier. What Gem of True Sight does is it just permanently gives you like you're a sentry ward when you have it. You permanently see all invisible stuff around you.
I've never actually seen that. Never even heard of it.
Yeah, because people at your elo don't buy it. But...
I don't think it's in the game, to be fair. I think you're just lying.
Okay, maybe. If you activate it, it will give you like flying vision over an area. So if there's like a high ground you can't see, you use the gem on the high ground and you'll be able to see up there. Like you just place the sentry ward up there.
Which is it on yourself? So if you're walking around, do you just have like God sight, or do you have to place it?
No, you have it always on yourself. The only thing you'd use to place it for is to like see in like trees or see up a cliff or whatever, you know.
How long does it last?
The active.
Yeah, like if you consume it, how long does it last?
So you don't consume it, but when you activate it and use it on a spot, it's like 10 seconds. It's like the same as putting a sentry ward there.
Oh, but do you consume it then, or do you still have it?
You still have it, but it's like Divine Rapier, where if you die, it drops on the ground.
I don't know fully, but yeah. So basically, if you buy it, so you've got it in your inventory, then you use it for however many seconds or whatever, you can see wards and all that shit. Then,
or just casually walking around, you'll see wards without using it.
And you can see up cliffs and shit like that.
Physically see, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's got, when you've done, it's got a 10-minute cooldown, and then you can use it again.
No, the 10-minute cooldown is when you buy it, you can't buy another for 10 minutes.
Oh, so what's the cooldown on it? I'm sure it's like a minute or something then.
No, it's probably 20 or 30 seconds. I don't know.
So it's
probably... I can Google this. 12 seconds cooldown.
12 seconons. Bloody hell.
Yeah, okay.
So someone has our name in chat, Sam. Someone's called Sam James.
Fuck me.
You can also drag your courier around to see high grounds. That's a bit of a higher level.
Yeah,
I do that sometimes.
That's your full name.
Sometimes, so you know how I said if you put a sentry on high ground and they have a sentry there, you can just leave it. Sometimes, if I think they might have done that, I'll just fly my courier over that spot, and then my courier gives me vision and sees if like I already get a sentry there. I fly my courier over, and if there are wards there, then I'll see them. But that is the end of the slideshow. If you want a homework assignment, I would say the homework assignment is to keep an eye on the clock and think about what plays you can make around that. Can I stack a camp right now? Is the XP rune spawning soon? Are the siege creeps spawning? Can I do something with that? The bounties
that's what we've been keeping an eye on mostly at the moment, to be fair. We have actually been thinking about.
Yeah, so try and let the clock dictate your play a little.
I feel like that and the wards, I'm going to definitely, as surprising as it sounds, yes, the observer wards and shit, I know they're important, but until you know the full importance of them and even the gold aspect of it and everything, you don't really fully think about that shit, but
yeah.
I'm going to...
Like I said, someday we'll have a vision PowerPoint where they show you, like, 10-second clips, and I'm like, okay, you just saw 10 seconds, where does the enemy have a ward, you know?
Yeah, so...
yeah, we play games now.
Blink Dagger, like...
She's got tits out.
What?
Nagasara's just got tits out. Free the nipple. Shouldn't have any nipples, actually. I'm gonna demo her.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, Damal, I won't try her out then.
I can't wait for it to start with you. And free the nipple. I'm gonna try her out.
I didn't get to use her.
Do you want to do an intro?
No.
Well, for all those who are lost, because I am, this is the game where James is going to support, so I'm going to try and remind him of some bits from the video. But this is my screen is just black, by the way.
Oh, it says you're in.
Yeah, my screen is just black.
Oh, great. You gone Beastmaster?
I ain't got anyone.
Dragon Knight now? Hey, you're in. Nice.
Holy shit, yeah, fucking knows what happened. No one else has loaded up at all yet. My daughter's just freaking out. That's Legion Commander in it. She does the 1v1s. Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Boom! How about that? Okay, I've blocked their camp.
And don't forget you can stop that thing from spawning.
I did that ages ago.
Oh, nice. You just pulled a dead body. Nice. There's a real awkward amount of fucking damage. Nice.
I shouldn't want to decide. No! Ah, he's gonna die to the... Yes!
Nice.
Let's go, baby!
Nice.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't matter.
Did you like ult him? What happened?
No, I just stunned him to slow his auto attack down. Wait. I've got him.
Nice.
Get him.
Oh.
Nice. Okay.
I couldn't see him. Why? I'm stuck in the fucking trees. Oh my god, let me through the goddamn trees! Oh my fucking god. Oh, my courier died. What the fuck? Also, rune, wisdom rune, 7 minutes.
Oh shit. God damn it.
How does this work? I'm trying to like stun people and I think it's like not working. There you go, stunned him. Holy shit.
Nice.
Just like level. Run away. Why? Why?
Oh. Well. What? Who killed me? Invoker? Where the fuck is he?
I was like gonna chase. I mean, I probably wouldn't have killed him, but.
No, I was gonna hook him under the tower, but then you walked in front. No.
Okay. Nice.
Fuck, back in 12 seconds.
Oh, I've got range.
Oh, nice. Alright, fair enough.
I didn't know I was ranged. I need that, please.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Oh, wait, you can use it on me. I forgot. It's like shift and thingy.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm not gonna lie, this is, I kinda like this guy. To be fair. Oh, fuck.
Shit, let's go. It's all in. Nice. Where is he?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Fuck did he go?
He's in the trees.
I found him.
Can you kill him?
No, he's killing me.
Come in. Got vision? Nice.
Okay. Do you know what? This ain't going that bad.
I actually really like this guy. I figured out how to redirect aggro as well.
Oh wait, how?
Literally right click on one of your minions and it'll like you won't attack your minion, it'll like redirect the aggro.
Shit, no.
Like if I'm about to get attacked now, if I do that, it redirects it to that. Shit.
I got one of them. Oh wait, there's another one here. Come here, little fucker.
That's the finder as well. You can fuck him.
Oh my god, it was beautiful.
I got wisdom room. Nice.
Easy.
Shit.
I don't think I can help. There's too many people there.
Fuck. Like everyone, no one cared. They all of them converged on me, and no one was like there at all. Like, do you know when I was saying help?
Yeah.
Actually, one person appeared. I was like, okay. Then another one appeared. I was like, okay. And then another appeared. I looked. All of you were to the left down the top lane, and I was getting chased by 3 people. I'm like, God damn it!
You was like in between them all.
That's why I got chased by them all. Wait. Protecting the bottom. Oh. Right, protected the bottom tower. I need to. I'm guessing I just need to like keep farming. I'm guessing I'm like a farming person. I've got another tier 2 token as well if you want it.
I'm sending you a little present.
Please don't.
Oh,
I've got another tier 2 token.
Has he found his way to yet? Oh, he's coming. Sammy's coming.
Better not be a rat boy. He's attacking with me.
I have no idea what they're meant to do.
I think he gives you goals, and that's like I don't know. Like if anyone in the comments can tell us what he does. What, like, this has like been very.
Yeah, it's been kind of a chilled match, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think we need to try and talk more.
Maybe. Help! Oh, this poor fucking troll. I don't know what he's doing. Come on. Whoa, what's he doing?
Fine. Oh, sweet.
Okay.
I've got like all the tier 2 tokens. I'm like rinsing it for us right now. Why have you got illusion? Why?
I've brought you some presents.
Unless they can help people, get them away from me.
Okay, you can have one.
Oh, groups.
Oh wait, I've figured out the button as well to move them separately. Yeah. Oh, cunt! I accidentally hooked my pudge, like my illusion pudge.
So you shouldn't have illusions. That's what I'm learning right now.
That was going to be a free kill on the techies as well. I'm going to dig something good up. Oh, Sam, it's a friend!
Oh my, get him away from me.
I'm sending all my illusions to you.
Piss me off. God's sake.
Oh my god, he's about to die.
Oh, I thought you had him there.
I know, same.
It always makes a noise like you've got him. If I like do this, then do this, and go like this, and just kind of run away. Oh god.
Oh my god, I'm taunted. Heal!
Or he's about to die. Stunned him. Nice. The blue. I don't know, I'm gonna send it to kind of like what I've got already. Get the rat away from me.
Can't move. Heal! Nice, I like it. I'm loving it. I'm gonna dig. It's a fucking manga.
Tower.
What's going on here? Oh, we ain't got the first tower.
Oh, I'm so confused. We all got ahead of ourselves. I'm gonna ring someone with my dragon form now.
I'm gonna send the little dude in.
Paid for the shit.
I'm sending the dude in. Oh my god, the dude killed him! The dude killed him, Sam!
Oh, James. Oh, James. Oh, James. Look at me.
No way.
Oh,
no
bullshit.
way. If that was against me, that hits me. Unreal. Oh my god! I'm digging. Manga.
Oh, crap. Shit.
She was dying.
I didn't realize it was killing me that fast. Ah, my bad. Ah, that's funny.
Oh my god.
We're gonna win now.
Yeah, massively. Ow. No, I'm running away. Leave me alone. Oh my god, I'm running away. No way, I'm out.
I got it. Don't worry, guys. I bought back. Oh, I fucking bought back. Guess what, James? I just released it.
Oh shit, really? God damn. Okay, fair enough.
I bought back and I thought he was going to win, so I was like, fuck, I'm going to buy back and just go in. And I just realized he was all dying. I just went in. Bodied all of them. Fucking Legion Commander. Go on.